Hey, hello and welcome to the show. It's me, John Park. It's time for John Park's product pick of the week. Teeth, right? Sorry, I had to fix the product ID that was wrong. I had forgotten to update it over in the YouTube description. So someone was asking, are we doing the same product 2 weeks in a row? We are not. So hopefully that has updated now and I won't confuse anyone anymore. I think I got it right in the blog post and other places, but the YouTube chat, I did not update it properly, or the YouTube description. So thanks for pointing that out. A couple people in the chats there. Speaking of the chats, hello in our YouTube chat. We've got a whole bunch of people stopping by to say hi. Dave, Jeff Hunt, Tackle the World, Dave Odessa, Sam J, Andrew Kobe, Calverton, Sam J, Andrew Kobe, Gavin Bell, hey, Gordy G, Johnny Bergdahl, Dave Etchels, hello. Let's see, I think the product pick should be, oh weird, it is showing out of stock, so we'll get that sorted out. I know we had a batch of them stashed before the show, so those should show up any moment now. Also, we've got a chat over on Discord, so if you're looking for our chat, wondering where that's at, head on over to adafruit.it/Discord and look for this right here, the live broadcast chat channel. You'll see me hovering over there. And hello to, yeah, people were giving me warnings as of almost an hour ago, and I missed that entirely. Thank you for trying. Hello to Thin Man and Sam J. Ohio there, C. Grover, CTG Controls, hello. Paul Cutler, howdy. Thanks for the info there. Todd Bott, hello. So, meanwhile, I'm going to run over to, sorry we're having to deal with this, I'm going to run over to the, to our Slack, Adafruit Slack, and see if anyone can release the batch of these, the product pick that we have this week. We should have had 100 of them stashed away. We just need to get those unstashed. So sorry for this. Bear with me while I figure out what's going on. Oh, all my things have logged me out too, so. Let's see. All right, what'll work first? Please talk amongst yourselves while we try to get things taken care of. All right, sending out messages with the dreaded @here tag, which Slack yells at you about using. All right, so let's see. No, don't update that. Oh, wow, things want. Oh, okay, so it's being taken care of. Good, I can continue to stall. That should show up soon. So, Hugh, thanks to Angelica, who's going to take care of that. Let's see. So what have we got here? First of all, I will send you, perhaps preemptively, to the product pick. I think that's the right link and QR code right there. You can hang out and wait a moment because that should show up in stock momentarily. That will not only take you to the product page where you'll see the product, you'll also see this show broadcast from inside the page. I see it right there right now. And you can, once that's released, the 100 of them have just been released into stock, so you should be able to grab them now. You can get up to 10 of them per customer, so they'll go quick if 10 people want 10, yikes. But throw them in your cart. There's no coupon code needed. There's also no back order, rain check sort of situation. You simply get it during the show for the price while they're in stock, and then we bring the price back up after the show. So that's how that works. Head on over there now. Before I go any further, though, I'll have Lady Ada do a little bit of time travel to tell us about this week's product pick. So take it away, Lady Ada.
Dun, da, da, the MatrixPortal S3. So we have MatrixPortal. Well, we actually did just have MatrixPortal M4s back in stock. But here's the thing: I'm not going to get more SAMD 51s till 2024. You don't want to wait that long. So what we did is we designed a board that's basically drop-in compatible functionality to the SAMD 51 based MatrixPortal, but it's $5 less. Features the ESP32 S3. Has great RG matrix support, and it improved a couple things as well. There's now mounting holes, and now you can either plug it in the bottom or you can connect from the top. So if you look at the first video graphic, you see there's a cable that connects. So you no longer have to have it attached to the back. We're poking at the port because somebody's going to ask me, how big can you drive? You can drive up to 128 by 128 pixel grid, which is, I think, hold on, let me get a calculator. Calculator. Second. So 128 times 128. So 16.4 kilopixels. But of course, it doesn't have to be 128 by 128 square. It's just like the total number of pixels is that many. So if you're using like 16 by 32 panels, that would mean you can, let's see, divide by 16 by 32. You can do 32 panels. If you're doing 64 by 64, you can do 4 panels. If you're doing 64 by 32, you can do 8 panels, whatever, however the math works out. That definitely works, but we're going to try to poke it and make it be able to drive even bigger displays. Of course, it's got Wi-Fi built in. In Arduino, there's even Bluetooth Low Energy support. It still has the accelerometer, USB Type-C for power, Stomach UT port, buttons, NeoPixel for indication. It's a really easy solderless way to get started with RG matrix displays. And thanks to maker Melissa, the CircuitPython MatrixPortal library, it automatically detects which version you have, this one or the previous. And she tested every example that we have, and they all work, all of our demos. So you can pick this up if you don't want to wait till next year to get a MatrixPortal M4. And I think this is also going to have much better Wi-Fi speed support. So as we do more cool wireless projects, the S3, is going to, because there isn't a secondary chip, it's all in one, it's going to do a great job.
Yes, it is indeed. And thanks. A couple of people pointed out it takes a moment for things to filter through the system. So they showed up. They were full price. They are now half price. So refresh your page if that looks like a big lie when I say there's a discount. That should now. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like over here. Right, look, boom, it's half price. So let's grab one right now and talk about this. Actually, let me just update over in Slack first, so they know that this is all happening in real time. This is how you know it is not pre-recorded. This right here is the product pick of the week this week. It is the MatrixPortal S3. I am so disturbed by this. I need to fix that. That's actually one of the demos today, so that'll be helpful. This is a internet-connected RGB display board. So it's an ESP32 S3. It's got, let me look at my stats here because it's got a whole bunch of memory. It's got 8 megabytes of flash. It's got 2 megs of SRAM. Being an ESP32 S3, which we replaced there was an M4 version, we still sell it, but this one is sort of the more modernized one. It's also $5 less expensive, I believe. This has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth LE built in because it's ESP32 S3 instead of having a coprocessor with the M4. This is all built onto the chip. We've got USB-C connector on there. You can plug it in directly into the Hub 75 type of display, this type of display right here, or a couple of these wide ones put together that I have over there. I'll show you a demo in a moment. Excuse me. You can power the data over the IDC connector, either plug it in directly or use an 8-pin ribbon cable, this style right here. And you can power the display off of the 5-volt and ground that are here, and we usually have these types of clips that come with them. And this also has a bunch of user conveniences on here. I believe it has an accelerometer, so you can still do our sand grains demos. We've got a couple of user buttons on the edge right there, as well as a reset button. There is Stemma QT, so you can plug in all sorts of sensors and things. And there's also a 3-pin JST PH connector, so you can do things like an analog input, buttons, other types of simpler things that you just need a signal, ground, and power for. And in a neat little package, there's also a few of those pins are broken out if you have sort of a non-standard arrangement. We have mounting holes on this now, which is an update from the previous one. There is still a jumper on there for the E-line. It's actually default to pin 8. You can also switch that over to 16. And that is just a little thing that you need to do if you're using these 64 by 64 types of displays. So let's get on with a demo, and let me look and see if we got any questions. Thin Man says 1995 to 1995. Wow. All right. Yes. Yeah. Wise guy. But look, now it's 998. So let's take a look at a couple of these in action. In fact, let's first deal with this one back here. So the MatrixPortal S3 is just here on the back. I've just got a USB-C, I think it's a 3 amp USB-C wall wart, the Raspberry Pi one plugged into there. So it's providing power to it. It is not plugged into the computer, but I can use my phone or my Messages app. I'll come over to, let's see, let me come over to my Messages app on here. And I'm going to send over Adafruit I/O through the SMS power-up a text message to that board through Adafruit I/O. So I'm going to type in, you won't see this right now, but I'll type in text, MatrixPortal S3. I just texted that to a number that I was assigned by the SMS power-up on Adafruit I/O. I'll show you how that works in a second. And then it will, I think I have this set right now to every 20 seconds or 15 seconds. This MatrixPortal is going to go check Adafruit I/O to see if there's any new messages. In this case, you can see we got it pretty quickly. And I just have it set up with a cool little scrolling messages app and library or code and library in CircuitPython that Melissa put together. So there's a nice Learn guide on that. And I can show you that. So let's take a look. If we go over to, how about right here, and take a look at MatrixPortal S3. This is the main Learn guide. If I scroll down to the bottom, there's a couple of guides that are on this topic. So this one right here, scroll an SMS text message on your RGB matrix. This is one that Aaron put together, and it's based on, it's a simplified version of that other guide that Melissa did. And this takes you through setting up on Adafruit I/O, including enabling SMS, which is pretty cool. So you can add this power up. I believe you need an Adafruit I/O Plus account. And if you add this power up, you can use a number to send messages to a feed. And how you use that can vary. So we can, in fact, also send color. And we can add a color to the possible colors that it rotates through. I don't think it's set up in this code as a direct color swap, but you could do that as well. And whenever a message goes to this number that you get assigned that's correlated to your Adafruit I/O phone number, it checks where it's coming from, it will update that app to draw the message up on screen. You can also do things like adjust the font that you want to use. You can cycle through random fonts that you've put up there, random collection of fonts you've put up there, as well as grab different colors. So that is one pretty cool app. Here's another use. I really love these. Hold it up here for a second. I've got it kind of dark so that you can see what I'm going to display on here better. But this is how you set this up. So I'm going to, in this case, I'll use the little ribbon cable just so that we can still see everything. And this one is keyed, so you can't plug it in wrong, which I like. Plug that in there, and then power and ground are going to go to 5 volt there. And around there. And now I'll feed this, tuck these wires away a little bit. I'll feed this from just a USB battery pack. You can see here. And then these are a little difficult to look at directly, which is why we usually recommend getting some of this LED diffusing acrylic. LED plastic it's called sometimes as well. And this is just playing back a GIF animation, again in CircuitPython. You can also use Arduino. If we want to take a look at the code for this, let me find a USB-C cable to plug in. I'm going to unplug this for a second. And then if we head over to IDE here and open this, you might see it blink on and off a couple times as I'm accessing that drive, the CircuitPython drive. And here is the MatrixPortal GIF player. So this uses the MatrixPortal library. We import that. Set up the display, in this case as a 64 by 64 pixel display. And then the rest is just display I/O and GIF player using an on-disk GIF. And I created this Adabot dark GIF based on this sort of little vaporwave looping animation. And then we just let it run. So you can also set, there's an example of this up on Learn of doing a GIF player that'll run through multiple GIFs that you have on there. But this is, I thought, a nice little example there of a pretty short, I think, 20-something frame GIF, something like that. Looks great on these displays. You can also do a little fun effects with your diffuser here if you want to do some fake depth of field stuff, or just do more abstract things. The further your acrylic gets away from it, the softer that looks, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's see what else. I didn't talk too much about the main page. So there's the product page. Looks like we have 68 of them in stock still, so you can grab a couple. There's some links there to different sizes, and both of the LED pitch and the number of pixels on display. So we have some 64 by 32s, and you can also look at, here's a 16 by 32, some little panels. There's ones with bigger LEDs. So you've got a bunch of choices of panels. You'll find this LED acrylic in the store as well. And if you scroll down, you'll see there's a few different projects you can check out that take advantage of Adafruit I/O or other online data sources that you can push to the display. Here's an animated GIF player. I think that guide is one that runs in Arduino, if I recall correctly. And then if we head back over to the main guide here, you'll see we've got some nice pinouts, photos. Go here to find out all about the available pins on there. Yeah, it does have the accelerometer on there. This is a little mentioned here in the guide, both of setting up the MatrixPortal, prepping it if you're doing the square displays, and also setting it up for use with some LED acrylic. I find there's some U-glue adhesive tabs that work well. We sell them in the store. They're pretty inexpensive. They're kind of a nice way to stick these panels. That's how these ones are stuck up on here directly without having to futz around with fasteners or a frame or anything like that. And then we've got setup instructions for installing CircuitPython on the board or Arduino, and a bunch of examples that you can check out there. There's also a couple little notes here on the differences if you're going from the MatrixPortal M4 to the S3. One of the bigger ones is there's no audio out on it, no DAC. So you'd want to get an I2S audio output separate gizmo for doing any nice audio along with this. What else? Wi-Fi is no longer a coprocessor, it's integrated. Flash memory is no longer a separate chip. ESP32 S3 has a lot more flash memory and RAM, so if you were limited on your M4 projects, don't worry about that. And the pins are more flexible. Most of them are capable of digital I/O and analog input, in addition to other special functions, including TX-RX. So I think, yeah, there's also a little mention of USB power on these. So you do want some beefy power. I've done this sort of thing using this type of jack where I'm powering the MatrixPortal over USB, but I'm powering the display over a DC wall wart with 4 or 10 amps available. So you've got some options there. There's a typical example of using a power supply. All right, let's see, what else? Look back at that right there. Let's check the chat. Any questions? Someone asked, is Discord down? Oh no, it looks like it came back. That's good. Relic, yeah, these pixels, they look so good with the diffuser. They're really not good on camera or close up without the diffuser. They're hard to look at. These are probably going to look a lot better the further I get away from the camera. This is very, very bright. These are the types of displays that you find on large displays, Times Square, billboards, jumbotrons in stadiums. So they're, in those cases, I believe they're viewed directly. I don't think those usually have anything in front of them. But you're at a distance. Up close, these really benefit a lot, I think, from that diffuser there. So you can go pick up a little bit of that acrylic. You can cut this pretty easily. You can mark it, score it, crack it, or you can get a little fancier and use some hand tools or laser cut them or put them on your table saw, however you want. Let's see. Yeah, questions about the SMS. Let me go a little deeper into that for a second. So if we head over to, let me see this first of all. You can. Let me go to I/O. Adafruit.com. Oh, it's going to take you to my espresso tank. If we go to feeds, you'll see I have a feed called color, and that's that green-blue that you're seeing on this display up here. And I have a feed called text, and this is just showing the most recent thing, which was me typing in MatrixPortal S3. So if I go to my phone here and head to I saved, you can definitely not see, oh you can see, I saved a contact there, which is the phone number that Adafruit IO gives you. So if I type in the word color, comma, it's going to send to the color feed this color that I type in. So I'll give it a, how about red? So I'll go FF0000, send that. If we look now at the color feed, you can see it just received this color as a part of the color pool that it can use. I can't recall, I may have set that to not look at the random colors. There's a flag for should we be grabbing random colors or not. So that might not update just because some code that I put on it and I don't want to plug it in. However, if we go to the text field here and type something new in, so I'm going to type in text, again, the name of the feed, text, comma, and then whatever we want. Oh yeah, it did pick up the color there. Which we type in, Lars loves you. Okay, so Lars loves you shows up on my feed there, and now it shows up on the main display. This over to the side. There you go. So the way this is done is with this power up for SMS. I think this doesn't reveal anything like my phone number. That's good. So you can see here, it keeps it fairly private. It just has to have, you have to have a phone number activated on your account. You can have one verified phone number on your account, and that's what the message has to come from. So you activate that number, and then it gives you a number to be sending to. So that's what this number is. It might be the same number for everyone, I think, and then the thing that is able to disambiguate between users is your verified number being what it's coming from. So you can't, I mean, I guess you could spoof that, but ideally you're sending it on the up and up from your verified phone. So once that's set up, you can create feeds simply by texting. So this is kind of neat. If I go to my feeds here and type in something new here. So I'll do, what am I going to do? Let's do Mario, comma, none. If I send that, that's actually going to create a new feed named Mario. If I refresh here, there's now a Mario feed. My code doesn't know what to do with it, so that's kind of not going to change anything. But you could now add a thing that says if the Mario gets texted a 1, we show an animation on here of Mario or something like that. So a pretty cool little setup using texting, SMS, Adafruit I/O, and of course the MatrixPortal S3, which can grab that stuff over Wi-Fi is how it's set up. So this is on my Wi-Fi, Adafruit I/O is on the Wi-Fi, text goes over to the big Adafruit I/O in the sky and then lands over here. A note from the chat, bring up the Discord here. C. Grover says there's a library he wrote, Cedar Grove Palette Fader, which works nicely to reduce the brightness without a diffuser, and it's in the community bundle. Thank you for the reminder of that. So yeah, you can get away without a diffuser if you're able to set those colors a little more manageably. There's not, as far as I recall, a simple brightness setting for these displays. I think it's all through color, but maybe the palette fader exposes that as a more universal brightness knob that you can turn. So go check that out. Check out the chat. DJ Call of Duty says, I bought it to try to make a timing tower for F1 races. Currently way too complex for me, but still learning. Excellent. Yeah, keep at it. And if you have questions, look on our Discord, adafruit.it/Discord. Look on the Discord for like a help with projects channel, and you might be able to get some assistance in there. Cedar Grove mentions it also reduces power consumption to use the palette fader because you're not sending so much current to each and every one of these little LEDs, of which there are a lot. Okay, I think that should do it. So let's see, what's the least unwieldy way I can show this and still do a outro? How about that? Yeah, maybe. That right there is my product pick of the week this week. It is the MatrixPortal S3. Thank you everyone so much for stopping by. Don't forget to head on over to that URL right there to go pick one up before they're all gone. I think we have some in stock. Yeah, we have 50 in stock, so you've probably got a few minutes before that goes back to full price. If you want to pick those up, get them for $9.98, great price. Pick up a display or two. You can, as Lady Ada was mentioning, you can gang up a few displays on these, so long as you don't exceed a certain pixel count. It might be 128, 128, or something like that in different ratios. But pick up a display or two, maybe a power supply, maybe some diffusing acrylic, and go build some cool signs. All right, thanks everyone so much for Adafruit Industries. I'm John Park. This has been JP's product pick of the week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.